Who do you think should join HIS? Is it like only meant for people that are in STEM?
That's
Rush Delta Delta HIS.
Our president.
Email? Finals are canceled as well.
Wait.
Remotely.
No.
So no one has to come back.
Yes! That's so good. I mean, sad, but so good.
Canceled?
Yeah.
Your email.
I just got it.
What's that?
I think that's right.
Is it recording?
The closer that you are, the better, obviously, because we'll be able to see you more.
Like pop back. Didn't mean to swear. We're done.
No, you're fine.
We don't even know which one is
Oh, yeah.
PHA at this point.
Not anymore. Wow.
That's so...
Rush Delta Delta HIS. Is it rolling right now?
Yeah.
It's been rolling this whole time.
It's been rolling.
That's fine.
Dang.
Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be talking about the Health and Sciences Scholars Program. We are just some students that are in the program right now. It's a living and learning community on campus at the University of Michigan. Go Blue! And we're just going to be talking about what it's like to live here. I know that I got some comments on my last video asking about the program in the first place, and I just thought that it would be really cool if there were people with different perspectives to talk about it. So yeah, do you guys want to see your names?
My name is Shaylin. I'm a second year in the program, so just like all the people here in this video, I was a first year last year, and I got selected to be a peer advisor for the community this year.
My name is Chris. I'm a first year. I will be up here. Well, now they're called peer mentors for next year. So I will be up here mentor. Wait, a peer mentor next year. That's me.
My name's Amanda. I'm also a first year, and yeah, that's about it.
My name's Shay. I'm a first year. Who will be a PM next year.
PM.
Yeah.
Post-Meridian.
Oh yeah, so we have classes together. We have one class together twice a week, which is ALA. It's Perspectives in Health and Healthcare, right?
That's the name of the class. ALA stands for Applied Liberal Arts,
Right.
which is just like a kind of a umbrella term for like basically any like extracurricular class that you take within the College of LSNA.
Right. And our teacher is the same person that not lives with us, but like has an office downstairs, and his name is Adam. He's probably watching this video. Hey Adam, what's up?
What up, Adam?
And yeah, so I guess we can talk about like what your role is as a as a PA, and like how that's broken down. There's 3 floors, and each floor has an RA, which is a residential, two RAs. And then
I don't know how many PAs.
I don't
Like
either.
a lot of them. So
8
PAs,
or 9 probably.
yeah, PAs have roommates.
Right.
So it's usually 8 of us on a floor at any given time. We're just here in the community as somebody who has recently been through, been through the trenches, if you will. Like we just got out of freshman year, so we're here to like offer kind of like an insider perspective on a lot of how things go, because there's a lot of information that you can't get from like advisors, and like kind of getting drawn into some conversations about like
Backpacking
and anything. I mean, also, I've done study abroad.
Oh my.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a hot mess, but we get through it together. So really just here is kind of like a living resource for people to be able to like ask questions and be like, is this a good idea to do? And things like that.
Who do you think should join HIS? Is it like only meant for people that are in STEM, or is it like more than that? Honestly, like I feel like you have to have some interest in STEM to join this.
Or like anything like pre-health, because if you don't, then it's gonna be a lot of resources that aren't very like beneficial for you.
Yeah, like I know someone that's in business,
And it's just like, yeah, I know someone that did it last year or something that was in business. She was like, yeah, it wasn't very helpful for me.
yeah. So I feel like if you're if you're at all interested in like pre-health of any kind, if you're like pre-dental, if you are nursing, if you are pre-med, I feel like this is a great opportunity. I feel there's other things.
Public health.
Pre-kinesiology,
Pre-PA.
Pre-farm,
Yes.
PT,
Yes.
There's a lot of different
nutritionist, like
Yeah, anything health related. I feel like this is a great way to
It's like a
be
foot in the door.
exposed to
Yes.
different resources. Like downstairs we have an advisor, her name is Joyce, and you can go to her for questions if you have any questions.
Better than your normal advisor.
She's amazing.
Hands down.
Hands, like, no contest.
Yeah.
And
Can't compete.
I think that, like, I know that, like, taking ALA is, like, a really great opportunity to learn about, like, the healthcare system.
Right.
Learn about, like,
Yes,
how you,
yes.
it's essentially a public health class. But our community is open to anybody, so we always want to say, like, our arms are open to anybody who's whatever.
absolutely.
We're not. Yeah,
And
we're
some-
not saying if you're in, school of music, well, don't come to this.
Yeah. And some people-
No, rush Delta his. Like, we want you here.
I really liked my HISP experience personally. I feel like the community aspect is something that like I will never be able to like really put into words, but yeah, here I am making a video about it. But, like,
Here we are.
but honestly, like I feel like I had like such a great community that I can go to, and living with people that you know is so nice. But like it's so nice to just like be able to go next door and be like, hey Shay, like are you working on Owl?
Guys, we have one due on Thursday.
There's no due date anymore.
Yes, so it's like if you're late, then it's
It doesn't
you're good.
matter.
There's no
Corona.
punishment.
We love Charlie.
Yeah.
Being here in a community with a bunch of
unless
people
you
who are
know.
taking the same classes as you is
So
beyond
nice.
helpful.
It's
Beyond
so
helpful.
There's literally study groups.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's official study groups, facilitated study groups, and then there's ones that people just put together on
We're
their
just
own.
going
like,
out,
for
yeah.
stats.
just going out in the hallway, even
Right.
being like, "Hey, does anyone know how to do this?"
yes.
Yeah.
Or literally just walking up to people in the middle of like studying and saying, "I don't know how to do this."
It's so, but I feel like that's honestly like a Michigan thing too. The people that
Yeah.
are like coming to this school are overall like from an outsider's perspective, from being from Scottsdale, Arizona, I feel like are just like very hardworking people, humble people that like don't really like share grades when it's not necessary, not asked for. Like people after a test are not gonna be like, oh, what'd you get? Like no, they'll be like, oh, how did it go? And then be like, oh, it's fine. And then
How
they'll
do
be
you
like,
feel?
oh, good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And then
it's
that's
not
it.
like high school where it's just everyone
Right.
tells everyone. and
Right.
it's just
You're
all
doing your
this
own thing.
craziness.
Everyone is
Toxic.
just doing
It's
their
more
own
just
thing.
like your personal goals, and like everyone's
Yeah.
gonna support you and just like be there for you, but
Yes.
not like
Right.
ask you what you got.
Yeah.
for example.
And people are so humble, but like they're so well accomplished. It's
Yeah.
like incredible.
Yeah, you don't
It's
need to
true.
brag anymore because it's just like
Yeah.
We all know
Do-
that we're
yeah.
all doing well.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's that. There's gonna be a point where you sign up for observations. There's basically shadowing opportunities where you can go to different doctors or like physicians or medical practitioners.
There's lots of different types.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyone in the healthcare field, even like social workers, that you just go and shadow for a few hours, and that's honestly a great experience to be exposed to those different types of things. I went to a podiatry clinic in Domino's Farms, and I got to see a lot of feet. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Those type of experiences is something that is honestly so like rare, but also so good.
Yeah.
It exposes you to things you never would have thought about doing,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
it gives you a better perspective on what like the healthcare system is
That
like
you
as a whole.
want to
Like,
do too.
Yeah.
you realize things that you may want to do, things you may not want to do,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
get to understand why because you do an
Yeah.
observation,
Or-
reflection,
Yes.
and like you get
Or-
to think about
And I think for the wait, I feel like you were gonna say something.
Oh, even if you just see some like people that you shadow, they did like really good things for patients, or you saw them
Right.
doing
Oh,
things that
yeah.
you didn't like as much. So it just gives you like a clue into like how to be a better doctor or like any type of like medical professional.
Absolutely.
NCAA suspended recruiting even. On and off campus.
We're in the midst of the coronavirus right now, and so
In case you didn't know.
Welcome under a rock.
no, but I don't know when I'm gonna drop this video. So I mean, I feel like I'm gonna do it sometime soon. I feel like this is really bright, also. No, I don't know if that's helping. Yes, it is. Yes.
That would probably change the exposure to
When I'm
Okay,
there,
well
when
now
I'm
I'm not
editing.
in it.
Yeah.
Maybe pop it a little bit. There it is.
There it is. But I just feel like I'm really bright because of my sweater, and that's
Yeah.
It's okay.
Should I take that? Let me
I'm
just-
bright because I'm white. I'm like pale.
Okay, what else do we talk about? The class.
Observation.
I feel like the community aspect is just like something that like is just irreplaceable. Like,
Yeah,
totally.
and another thing about it is like you get out what you put in.
For sure.
So like there are some people who like they always have their door open, they're always really friendly. Like there are people who want to get to know each other. And then like there are some other people who just like don't feel as comfortable in the community, which is understandable, but like it's kind of interesting because like you if you want to put in a lot of effort, you can make really good friends and have really good like bonds with people, but if like maybe you're coming here and you have a lot of friends from your high school or whatever that might be, and you're just gonna stick with those people or like stick with people you met at orientation, then like you can choose to do that as well. It's just kind of, I don't know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that you're not confined to just being friends with his people, or just like being in this community and not joining other organizations around you, because there's so many other things. But it honestly just gives you a resource, because you might meet someone here that's involved in something, and then you can go to that and just like.
Yeah.
So, even though this is a great community to like come home to and like have lots of people, but like also like it's like there's lots of opportunities to expand in like other ways.
Absolutely. I think personally, I feel like I met my closest friends in HISP. I think there are people that like outside of HISP that I will talk to, but I just feel like for me, and I know like it works out differently for people, but like I do feel like I met my closest friends.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. I met my closest friends in CSB summer, but that was before I came to HISP, and I don't know, HISP has just been great. I mean, HISP has its own alternative spring break trips. It's just awesome as a community. Like all of the first years here and all the people in my first year cohort are people that I'm gonna feel connected to forever. So it'll be dope.
And it's so
to
nice.
See, it'll be dope to see what everyone does
Yeah.
in life, and like that's
And like
exciting.
even like walking down like college campus, like and just like seeing familiar faces
exactly.
is super nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially at such a big school.
Yeah.
If you're somebody who's coming
Yeah.
in and you're like the only person from your high school who's coming here,
That was me.
Yep.
the learning
Yeah.
community will
Yeah.
give you like an instant set of familiar faces. So, you know, when you're walking to class and you're not sure if you're going the right way and whatever, like if you see a familiar face, you can always ask.
For sure.
And everybody's really just like open and willing to help each other out,
Yeah.
which
And,
is a really convenient part of it.
And like pre-med class or like for STEM classes in general,
Yeah.
there's always people in, which is so nice because you just have a big group of everyone like sitting together and like because usually it's just a big lecture hall and it's hard to meet people in just a huge lecture hall. So
Yeah.
a lot of times you're just like a lot of people are just sitting alone, but you're trying to have people you know that like you can talk about like homework and like exams and like study
teachers.
with. So it's yeah. So it's super nice. And then they'll hold you accountable to like come to class.
Yeah, they'll definitely hold you accountable. So
That's for sure.
Overall, I feel like if you are somewhat interested in HISP, I think you should just apply. I know that not everyone gets into the community from what I've heard, but I feel like it's worth applying and looking into. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to reach out to me or anyone. Can I just say that? Can I DM?
Yeah.
oh, I do
Sure.
see. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, of course. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to leave them down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you guys for being in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye. Go blue.
Go blue.
Go blue.
Okay. Hi guys. That was not good. Hey guys, thank you so much. Okay. Hi guys. That was not good. Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking.
Sorry. Sorry.
Right? Is this too
I
bright?
hope so. Like, I literally hope
Been
so.
going on for like the entire next.
Who even went to the?
Do they have to stop?
I don't know, but like I'm guessing it might, 'cause that's kind of
We were talking about this, but like the workers are so funny to watch.
They are. They're so amusing.
I see on Snapchat, if you like go on Snapchat maps and you click on our
wait,
area,
do they post?
they literally post. Yes.
That's so
They're like,
funny.
you day and you grind. No fucking way. No, they don't.
A friend with whom I had been associated owned a record company, which was Riverside. Sent me a demonstration record of an album he was about to release. And it was a guitarist then quite unknown. It was Wes Montgomery.